Okay, we're back, and well, I've got a fairly busy show today. Like I said, I got the RAM upgrade video, about 22 minutes. We're going to be splitting it up a little bit. I don't expect everybody to watch it all at the same time. How you doing there, Carlo? Brian just came back. And one of the first items on the agenda, it's kind of a funny story in a way, but I'm in contact with this guy. His name is Grant Dahlke, and he's the PR manager of Mac sales and social networking and things like that. And they're actually pretty big place for Mac parts. Other World Computing, that's the name of the website. And I actually contacted them in October time frame because I was really interested in a lot of the stuff they're doing. They actually also do podcasts, Other World Computing podcasts, and particular what I'm really impressed with their company is because they do a lot of outside testing. You know, like I'll give an example. Like take a Mac Pro 4-core 2009 series. Of course, now they finally implementing the 8 gigabyte RAM stick. So what they did is they actually put it in a 4-core Mac Pro and to test to see how much RAM it could actually use. So Apple kind of, you know, said it can only use 16 gigs, I believe, but they actually tested and it will work 32. And the same thing with the 8-core, and will actually use 64 vice 32 gigs, what Apple says. And plus they have their own brands of hard drives and SSD drives and do a lot of their own upgrades and modifications. So I was really interested in that, and so you know, he wrote me back and he said, well, right now we're still developing the show and it's going to be a while before, you know, we're going to be able to be on your show. And I said, oh, okay. And flash forward about 2 days ago, of course, I keep up with Frugal Tech and Bruce Naylor, and I was kind of surprised because he was a guest on his show, and I was like, wait a minute, I thought he was supposed to come on my show. So I sent him a friendly letter. No, I wasn't that bad, really. But I sent him a letter. I said, I was like, hey, bro, I thought we're bros. I thought you're going to come on my show. And there was I think there was a little bit of miscommunication because he was thinking I just specifically wanted their radio podcast, but I was also interested in their sales and service just for the reasons I just mentioned earlier, because their company often thinks way outside the box than most manufacturers do. And yeah, well, that's another thing, because the guests that I try to bring, I try to get different from every other show. I just don't want to, you know, grab their guests or whatever. Sometimes it has a tendency to do that as well, which is fine. So I was a little bit surprised when he was on the show. I was like, darn, he beat me to it. But there was some miscommunication, and he said, you know, and I said, okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get a little flustered. So I'm sorry there, Grant. If you go home, you might see your house toilet papered. That was probably me, so don't worry about it. So we're going to be, we're kind of going to have to discuss perhaps what to do if I have them back on here or have them on the show in the future. So it was a little, you know, miscommunication. I thought it was kind of a funny story. But I think another reason is, you know, I didn't want to do the same guest as he does, because we're going to be talking exactly the same topics. And since, you know, Bruce and his show often we're on the same network, have the same viewers and things like that, I didn't want to do redundant the same information. So that's another reason. But yeah, I'm still going to try to have him on the show. We're going to try to still make it a little bit different. I thought that was kind of funny, so I figure I'd throw that in there. Okay, and next thing we have is the Mac Pro RAM upgrade. And I'm going to start to show some of that right now. And now, the very beginning of it, I kind of set up anti-static pad with the anti-static wristband. Now, there's a lot of technicians that don't really use it, and I admit I normally don't either. In fact, that's the first time I ever wore one. But the reason why I decided to wear one this time is because I actually done it in this room, and it tends to do have a lot of static electricity buildup because I don't have a lot of carpeting in my house except for the bedrooms. So since I'm doing it on my Mac Pro, I don't want to make $1,000 mistake and zap the processors, and that'd be a bad thing. So that's going to be on the first part. I might actually go in the second part as well. So I think Carl, I can't remember who mentioned that before. Like they never use the anti-static strip and things like that. And if you're careful enough, it probably wouldn't happen. But I didn't want to take a risk. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start it up right now, and we'll probably show the first two sections. And hopefully I got everything adjusted right. So here we go. Okay, we're going to be replacing the memory inside a Mac Pro 2009 early edition, which has a base RAM of about 6 gigs. That's what it came with. The megahertz on it's 2.26. And I'm preparing the surface I'm going to actually do the upgrade on. Normally I don't do this, and you probably should. I went out and got me an anti-static kit, which is about $17 from Radio Shack. Most of the time I don't do this because, usually on the cheaper computers, I'm usually pretty careful, but since this is a Mac Pro, I don't want to make $1,000 mistake and short out the CPUs and memory or anything else. So $17 insurance, I guess that's what you could call it. So, and we're going to go ahead and set up the area first. This includes the anti-static pad along with the strap you hook it to. Pretty big, actually. I think it's like a 26 by I think it's 12 inch or something like that, and it's a very tight fit, I can tell you that. And oh wow, it's really attached good. And I guess it's some type of vinyl padding. Then the, let's see, I guess I can't do it that way. And then of course the wrist strap goes right on here. And tell you the truth, I never used one of these before, so it should be pretty interesting. And I guess I have to, this grounding strap back here goes to whatever type of metal ground you're going to use. And then, of course, it's just the alligator clip right here. Okay, I'm going to kind of stop the camera now so I can get inside the Mac Pro, then I'll show you some video of that as well. Okay, I'm ready to go ahead and open up the Mac Pro, and it's just a little lever in the back right here, and then the side panel just comes out pretty easy. Now actually, if you look on the right side right here, you can see 3 of the RAM modules right here. But obviously, to replace them, I'm going to have to slide the whole processor tray out. Now, of course, before you do this, you really do need to unplug the Mac Pro in the back, even though it may not be turned on. And I am still properly grounded, so using my grounding strap. And then you just open these 2 side panels here, or these 2 little toggles. And the whole processor tray should slide out pretty easily, hopefully. And I'll go ahead and take it to my table with the anti-static material. And I'll go ahead and I'll probably go ahead and blow out the Mac Pro with some canned air, and as well as the processor tray, since I already have it open as well. Okay, actually, this next part's about 7 minutes long. It's pretty long. It's kind of funny too because RAM sticks are a little bit harder to change out. You know, get in and out. It's a tight squeeze. I think one of them, when I pulled it out, it actually, almost felt like it flew like a, yeah, intermission. There we go. The RAM module actually flew like a foot in the air. And nice curves. Well, see, I don't know. I see a lot of people in the forums. A lot of people say, look inside the Mac Pro and they go, oh, they're doing all that just to make it look pretty. And to me, I think it's really engineering. It was kind of designed that way because, in PCs they have all the wires and things like that. But you got to think too. The more wires you have, that will impede the airflow. So, whoa, falling in love with my. You guys are gonna get engaged there, Wizard, I guess. But so, I think it wasn't just to make it cleaner inside, but to make the airflow a lot smoother. Just little things like that. And even if you look on the cover of the Mac Pro, inside the cover, they actually got a rubber gasket, and it's just the way it's engineered. It's really well thought out, even beforehand. But I know I'm getting techie on you guys. So we all could go on and on and on. And it looks like I already got one guy wants to marry my my Mac Pro already. So I might need to start showing the part 2 there. Part 2 is the actual RAM upgrade, which it's a little harder than you can imagine. I'll go ahead and start and show that now. So, okay, I've finally got the CPU tray out. You can see the 2 cooling towers for each CPU, and then obviously you'll have the RAM for each. I guess they separated by processor. I'm not sure exactly. I have to look it up. Of course, these are in triple channel, 3 in each bank, I guess, and they're 1 gigabyte a piece each stick. And I'm going to replace it by this is the OWC memory, which is about 6 sticks. Which is about 4 gigabytes a piece, and it's pretty much easy swamp out, so we're going to do that right now. And of course, wearing my hand is anti-wrist strap static. Hopefully I don't mess this up, so it's hard to see. I don't have my stupid glasses. Okay, it looks like a pretty easy swap out. This is kind of dusty actually. So I'm going to blow out the processor tray as well. I think I breathed some of the dust in. Okay, they're going to go in the first 3 slots in here, of course. And I don't know if the video shows you to start from the beginning all the way to the back, but I'm going to do it a little bit easier. I'm going to do the 3rd slot first. Obviously, you got to make sure the slot in the center is aligned as well. It should just push right in and should be good to go. Well, then again, maybe not. Unless you gotta do this, oh. I don't make it easy for you. Wow. Guess you gotta kind of rock it in. Make it sound easy, it just snaps in, but looks like it's seated. Not quite, actually. Okay, that one snapped in. Now just making sure the center slot is aligned. That one went in a little bit easier. Okay. Of course, I guess it's a little bit of practice as well, so. Okay, I'm going to make sure they're seated before we switch it to the other side. I don't want to have to pull out the processor tray again to redo it. So, okay, looks pretty much good. We're going to switch to the other side. Okay, of course you see the plug in the center. That's where it plugs up to the motherboard. This, I guess, this would be like a daughter board. So, and we're going to go ahead and replace this other side as well. Oops. Yeah, sorry if you guys can't see it all. It's kind of hard to do it with in front of a camera, so. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put in the last three. And should be aligned. Hopefully that didn't do anything. Here we go. Okay, that one's good. Okay, that one's set. See it pretty well. Okay, last module. Hopefully this will be quick. Okay, that one's set pretty good. Let me check them all one more time. Okay, looks like they're all seated well. I'm going to go ahead and blow out the processor tray with some canned air. And I'm not going to really show you just putting it back. It's just in reverse order. And then I'm going to boot it up and you guys will see. And hopefully we're successful. If not, Okay, we're going to go back. I got about, we're about halfway through the video. Now, I've done some RAM upgrades on some PCs, and I tell you what, there's one PC in particular that had so many wires inside that it took me, it should have took me about 5 to 10 minutes. It actually took me almost 30 minutes to do the RAM upgrade because oh jeez. Well, even with the the Mac Pro with the processor tray pulled back and putting it in, it was still a bit hard. It's a little bit tighter fitting than you can think. So I don't know how we got into this Nixie Pixel versus Mac Pro thing. I just threw that in there, but I figure I'd take a survey on that, or press 3 if you like both. I don't know. And I don't know what we're coming up with. This is crazy. Oh, hey, I got a question for you, Rob. Don't go anywhere. Now, this is one of the things I noticed. Now, it just might be me, but after I did the RAM upgrade and I turned on the computer, did it seem like it took longer for the computer to reboot than it does with the base amount of RAM? Is it just me, or I don't know if anybody else has that same thing go on with them, but no. Was I supposed to? Oh, no. Now, like I said, it might just be me. I just might be seeing things. It might actually take about the same amount of time. I think I timed it, and it was about, for it to start, takes around 40, maybe 46 seconds, I think, something like that, but, yeah, I probably should have done that. And I tell you the truth, I didn't even think about it, so, now, it kind of, when it boots up, it does recognize that the RAM's in there, and it gives you some, windows and things like that. And actually, when I show you this next part, it'll, the video will show you all that. So, it's a Mac, come on. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Did you notice that yourself? Or I'm guessing you probably just did the param reset. So, I might try that just to see if it makes a difference. It may not make any difference for all I know. I'm not even sure. But actually, I'm glad I asked you now. Maybe I should have reset the param. So, okay, we got the next part of the video, which is the actual booting up, and kind of show you the RAM a little bit, and show you that part, and we'll go to it right now. I have to take it out again, but it should be okay. Okay, we're almost ready to start the Mac Pro. Of course, I got the base 6 gig RAM that originally came in. I put it back in the package for storage, and we shouldn't have to worry about crossing our fingers because it should work. Unfortunately, I gotta go around. I can't reach the start button from here, and might have to zoom in so you guys can see. Of course, it does help to plug in the Mac Pro first, back into the electrical socket, and I'm going to go ahead and start it up. You can see my reflection there. And uh-oh. Don't see any. Whew, that was a little scary. No monitor there for a second. I don't remember seeing that happening before. It may take a while to recognize the RAM and all that, so it may take a little bit longer than necessary. This is kind of a scary part, but it shouldn't be really. It should be straightforward. Double check the RAM requirements, but we should see either one screen. It should say either have to reconfigure the RAM in different slots, or it'll just put a message up there saying that something like it's put in correctly. And here's the moment of truth. Wah, wah, wah. No, just kidding there. You see a message come up. Oop, it looks like we have a winner. And let me zoom up there for you guys to see. The memory modules are installed in the recommended slot, so that's a good sign. And let me bring up the utility right here and about this Mac, and we'll verify. And yes, we are showing. Well, let me just slide it in there for you guys to see. We got 24 gigabytes, 1066 megahertz DDR3, and hope you like the well, not really a tutorial video, but showing ins and arounds the Mac Pro, and hope you like the Chatterbox Productions, and we're going to get this video ready to display next Wednesday of next week's tech show. And oops, sorry about that, getting a little bit of feedback. Okay, of course that was the final installation. Now I still have a little bit more to show. It's kind of after I made the video. You know, I figured, hey, maybe we should do some benchmarks, and so I had two benchmarks that I did, which was Cinebench and Geekbench. Those are the two I used. And now, you know, with the RAM upgrade, you're not going to see significant, improvement. But there was actually an improvement, so I'll probably tell you the scores after the rest of the video. And so I'm trying to think what else I did. I wish now before I did the benchmarks, I wished I did the benchmarks first before I installed the RAM. So now I do have one of the test scores that I got from the Geekbench website that tells you what the base score is for just the base machine Mac Pro. So that's what I'm going to be using, and then I'll tell you the final score afterward as well. So we're going to go ahead and do the benchmarks now. Oops, wrong button. And you guys have a good day. This is me again. I'm going to make an addendum. Actually, I might run some benchmarks, and this one's Cinebench, which I've used before. Unfortunately, I don't know if it saved my previous score, but I'm going to see if I can zoom in so you can see this a little bit better. Now, if you look here, let's see if I can tilt it down. And I think that's, I don't know, maybe that's my previous system. Yeah, because it's got ATA Radeon HD 4870. But unfortunately, it didn't save the thing in there. Now, if you look on the ranking, 1, 2, 3, the third line, I guess that's comparative. Similar type of computer, Mac Pro, which is, I guess, 8.26 score. Don't quote me on this 100%. I'm probably not doing this the absolutely correct way. So we're going to do a quick, let me check out the ranking first and see how. I don't know if memory is really going to affect it at all or not. I can't really say, because I don't even see RAM in here. So I'm just going to run it just to run it, and we'll see what goes on. Actually, the OpenGL might help, perhaps, if it loads a lot of stuff into memory. So we'll go ahead and run that. And we actually should test out the processor with the memory, so I guess. And it's kind of preparing it. I'll see if we can zoom it in slightly. It's doing some video rendering right now. I'm providing correspondence. We say, there's my car. I wish it was. No. Oops, I'm being arrested. And shouldn't. This test shouldn't take too long. I think I do have Geekbench in here as well. I might have time to do that. And I wish I really run this test right before. I didn't even think about it before and after with the RAM, but like I said, I don't know if it really makes a difference, so you'd see it. Okay, we're showing 24.99 frames per second for the OpenGL. And oops, looks like it didn't do as well as some over here. Probably because I only have a 4870 ATI, which is okay. It's not the best out there right now, which is probably a 5870 or even some NVIDIA based graphic cards. I'm going to run the CPU. Maybe we'll see a difference there. And it looks like that's where we're going to perhaps see the biggest difference. This is video rendering using the different processors. In fact, let me see if I can bring this down. You'll see it looks like it's using all 16 cores, some which are virtual. And probably show a sucky rendering as well, but okay, we're showing a CPU of 8.14, and we're showing about right where it should be anyway. And I don't know if I can zoom in on that as well. And it's giving some information right there. Let me go ahead and zoom it back out. I do have Geekbench, but I don't know if it saved the previous score. If it did, then that would be great. We could do a comparison of RAM. I'll try to do this quickly so I don't... I should have saved it before, but I screwed up. I think I do have Geekbench in here somewhere. And let me see. CDF. And I was supposed to purchase that, but I only used it once. I used to have my old Geekbench score written down. I don't know if I have it anymore. And let me see if I can zoom in on that a bit. And this is showing some more information. I might have to zoom it out for the benchmarks. And I bet you I threw away all the Geekbench. I might have it in here. If I do, I can compare the two scores. I bet you I did throw it away, more than likely. And I'm going to try to do this quick so you guys won't be waiting. And okay, we're showing a, let's see, I'll try to center that so you guys can see. And zoom it back in. I don't know if that's good or bad, to tell you the truth. That should be, more than likely it's probably just average where it's supposed to be. And it's showing some of the geeks. Well, some of you guys in the chat room might know it better than I, so I'll just kind of scroll through it back in, and I'll look through all my stickies, and I might have the Geekbench score. If not, then we'll just call it a video.